Question is the U.S. gun market on the verge of collapsing? We've all been through it the past 15 years of the panic buys and this and that and the waves where prices go up, everything's sold out. And the last one during the health crisis was bad. Okay, and that lasted 2-3 years, and it was really ridiculous. Now we've reached a point where there's been a shift in politics and also a very bad economy, and things in terms of money in the economy don't look good. So what you're seeing is stagnation in things being sold. Now granted, like a lot of the newer guns that came out with the SHOT Show, they're doing well, when they get in stock. They're new, and they kind of put a little premium on the MSRP, but you give that a year or two and that'll back down to where they'll probably be selling for less than the MSRP. And it's confusing because on the internet or YouTube you find conflicting things. Now these weird, I think they're generated by AI, that say that guns are selling out, that there's record sales and everything else, but it's not done by a person. I think it's some AI BS. Most people who interview gun shop owners, I'll let you do that, are telling you what's happening is there's a wave of used guns, people wanting to trade in guns, wanting newer models with better features, and they're trying to either liquidate or trade in their older purchases for a new one. And this is where, depending, I think too, it depends on the area you live in, gun shops are being inundated with a lot of used guns that don't move, okay, because there's a lot of price fluctuation. AR-15 is a good example. They go from, one time they were 700. Then during the panic they jump up to 13. Then after everything calms down, the laws are passed a year later, they get caught up with production and they drop down into the 5 mark. And gradually, as these companies are cranking out these things, now we're back down to about $4 for just a generic, plain, decent, aluminum framed AR. You can get polymer ones for well under 400 in the 300s or something, so that's a good example. And another example, and so I guess current sales are not good. I haven't been to a gun show since last year. So there's one coming up locally this weekend. I may go out there just to see what the vibe is, what's going on, are people buying, selling, what's going on. And I got some examples of what I'm talking about. Here's one, brand new in the box, Ruger 2245, unfired, the guy got it. Has a sticker of 420 on it. And I don't know when he bought it. I don't believe this firearm is being made anymore. The Mark IIIs. The Mark IV has a easier takedown thing, which, yes, disassembling these and putting them back together is a royal pain in the ass. And while this is drilled and tapped to put a pick rail, to put a sight on it, and it does have a threaded barrel, which is a plus. I think Ruger makes them all like this now, because of our suppressor laws changing. You can get new ones with, the pick rails on them, top and bottom, I guess a tactical model, and the easier takedown. So this here, even though brand new in the box, you're going to lose a good percentage trying to move this. So that's one example of a quality new gun that has different opinions on it. Some people don't like the Ruger 22 pistols because of the takedown thing and the trigger and so on and so forth. But then we have something like this Caltech P15. Now this I bought during the budget gun thing. I was buying these. And this one I like because I don't have a lot of money into it. And for me, I know a lot of people do not like how this gun shoots. I shoot this gun, it's accurate, and it was inexpensive, so that's why I keep it. Now this thing was, the MSRP was say $440, something like that. You know, I picked this up, if you watch the video I tell you, for $2 or something. I've seen these on sale now for under $2. You know, $1.99 or $1 or something like that. I mean, for a gun that MSRP is $4.25, I mean, or you know, a little more, that's ridiculous. See, this thing got a bad rap when it first came out. People don't like it for several reasons. It's not for everyone. For me, it's fine, and it works well for me. But it never recovered, even if they improve all the shortcomings and difficulties that this originally had when it first came out. Once it gets a bad rap and it gets out there on the internet and people show videos of these things falling apart while you shoot them, it doesn't matter, you know, and you got this. So, you know, there's still things like this floating around, but the biggest problem is, okay, say you paid, when these were new, say you paid close to the MSRP, you can go get a new one for, you know, granted, when you buy online, you got $20 shipping and another $25 for transfer and the sales tax. So even it's say $2.50 when it's all said and done at that price. But still, you know, if you paid $4 and then the sales tax, you know, that's close to the MSRP. So you got a bunch of these guns that people got a lot of money tied up. They want to get rid of them or get something new. And this is where you're getting this influx of these firearms on the secondary market, if you want to call it. And the thing is, you know, you've kind of, if you bought during the crisis and paid a high price, you're going to lose a lot of money trying to either liquidate it or trade it in or something. And there's some cases where I heard dealers are telling people just, you know, we don't want to take them because we can't sell them unless we buy them from you for, you know, way less, you know. So that is a problem. And where it's going to go, I don't know. Because also you got to look at the economy. The economy, people just, everything costs more with inflation and that. There's a lot of people losing their jobs. There's a lot of people who don't have disposable income, and it's going to get strange here for the end of the year. That's the thing I'm worried about, not so much in terms of firearms and that. Just paying my bills. Okay, you got to be careful, and so we're going to see. Actually, now is the time. If you want to go around bargain hunting and negotiate, if people get desperate, you know, like that pistol there, that Ruger, the guy he needs to liquidate it. You know, and he's talking about taking a good loss just to move it because he needs cash. All right, so I don't know. It's kind of strange. Where it's going to go, if things are going to change, I don't know. I believe the mass production of the firearms by all these companies, those $100 shotguns that flooded the market late last year, they made out of Turkey. I believe once they liquidated the stocks, I don't believe they're going to fall into ordering more. Because inventory that doesn't move, okay, costs the company money. You got to have a cash flow. You know, fill in your warehouse, fill in your shop with a whole pile of guns and nobody's buying them, okay, is going to cripple your business. So we may see on the other side of this, you're going to see production get cut from the gun companies, okay? And they're just going to back off producing all this stuff. And then that's when you're going to see the prices start to rise again where they want to make a profit. This may be the other side of this when it comes up, either later in the year, sometime next year, or maybe even 2 years from now. Okay, there's no way in telling, but we'll just keep your eyes open, see what happens, hope for the best. Alright, so hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.